been excellent.
Yeah.
Been really good. He's sharp. He's in shape. He's leading the team. He's picking up and teaching things really quickly that we're putting in offensively.
What was your relationship with him as an assistant, and does it change much now that you're a head coach?
I don't know. I think it was a pretty good relationship. I was doing stuff on the offensive side, so I had to spend a lot of time with him. Did quite a bit of workouts with him as well. A lot of rebounding and passing, maybe more than workouts, but I watched quite a bit of film with him as well. But it's always been pretty good. Yeah.
I mean, he's a guy who's he demands a lot from his coaches.
Yeah.
Has a lot of good point guards too.
Yep.
Is that something you're comfortable with?
Yeah, I don't blame him. I say nobody's above being coached, including the coaches. And if they see something that we need to do a little better, he should tell us, because that's what we're doing to them, and it should be a collective movement forward. And we hold them accountable. They hold us a little bit accountable. We ought to know what we're doing.
You mentioned yesterday, I think it was, that you've had Kyle and Kawhi together quite a bit over
Yep.
these first few days. Still early, but do you notice a difference even in terms of how their chemistry and how they're working together today versus 3 or 4 days ago? Like, is that something that you notice on a day-to-day basis, or will it take more time?
Well, no, I think it's it's pretty good. The only thing maybe I would have noticed today is I kind of notice a little bit of appreciation both ways, from Kyle to Kawhi to Kyle, and maybe they're like, they're doing some shooting drills or something, and Kawhi hits 19 out of 20, and Kyle's like, man, I know you shoot that good, and then Kyle will go answer with 19 out of 20, and Kawhi's, I don't know, he could shoot that good either. So it's more of them just kind of seeing what each guy's got in their package, and maybe just acknowledging it more than anything right now.
Do things change that much for Kyle this year in terms of role, minutes, that type of thing? I mean, do you see with Kawhi coming in?
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so. I mean, I've asked him to take a little bit more of the offensive, thought power. Take a little bit. If I'm not a coach that needs to call a set every time up and down the floor. I want him to feel what's going on and run some of the stuff he likes to run, or he feels like somebody needs a shot, he can tweak something or whatever, and I'll just and if he's tired or out of ideas, he can look over and maybe I'll throw a couple at him or whatever. But I'd like him to be more of the guy. Like I told him, I'm putting the ball in his stomach, and he needs to run the offense a little bit.
I mean, and he's got to be one of the higher IQ guys.
He's unbelievable. Yeah, super IQ.
And how does that show itself? Is it just like you sit down? Do you have a meeting with him before camp opens and says, this is what we're going to work on?
Well, we talked about what I just said about him taking more of a play calling role, like a quarterback in football, maybe calling some more of his own plays or whatever. And but from your first question, he's just like, I don't know, instead of me drawing the whole thing out or walking through a whole thing, I can just say, action, 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 and he's like that, yeah. You know what I mean? And he's got it, so that's where that stuff comes through. Yeah.
He just sees the floor in his brain.
Yeah.
There was an emphasis last year on making the offense a bit more egalitarian, and I mean, he said early in the season he had trouble adapting to it, and obviously he found his way, and now you're talking about putting the ball a bit more in his stomach. Is there like a happy medium there, you think, or do those two things work together?
Yeah, I just think that the departure from like where we were, let's say 3-4 years ago, to where we're trying to get to is a lot bigger than maybe everybody realized. I mean, it was a set play, long list, and right now we've got like 9 plays in, maybe, from 100, at 125 or whatever, just one set after another. And that's a lot, very common in the NBA. Like, we get these scouting reports with the play calls on them. There's a lot of rows of them for a lot of teams, and ours will grow. But we're really more trying to coach concepts and spacing and freedom and attacking and kicking and sharing and things like that, more than we are 5 to 3 to now to 2, now to 4, one cross here. We're trying to.
And can you do that because you have guys like Kyle or Fred who can sort of let them read. And
that helps. It certainly helps to have the leader, the point guard, the organizer out there to kind of give them their swagger a little bit, and also to direct traffic, right? And as they're coming up the floor, they can kind of point them that way or this way, or give them a signal, and things kind of get going with some type of communication.
CJ was telling us yesterday that he didn't come into camp last year in the type of condition that he wanted to, and whether it's related or not, he didn't have the season last year that he would have wanted to. He was telling us about all the work that he put in over the summer. Do you see a big difference physically in this CJ versus the one from a year ago?
A lot. Big. He did really work hard. You have to ask Silver about the numbers, but there's some impressive numbers like, I don't know, 14% body fat down to 8, this year compared to last year, whatever they are. But he looks just younger, fresher, and bouncier, right? He looks 5 years younger to me than he did a year ago. So that's always I think that's always good. Yeah.